What's going on, everybody? I'm Kevin the Cold Brew Mechanic, and how would you like free coffee? Alright, so I know that opener was a little bit of clickbait, but yes, technically you can get some free coffee. I have been doing some experimenting for probably the last 2 months now, and doing some blind taste testing, and I didn't want to make a huge long video. I just wanted to make a video giving my results. So the one thing I've been wondering when I've been making cold brew, I have all these grounds left over, and it's like, what do I do with those? You know, it's like, I throw away a lot of them. Can I do something with them? Can I reuse them for other things? There's recipes with them. I tried tasting some to see if, like, okay, how would this work in a recipe? And then the first time I tasted some, like, boy, that is like a strong coffee, even the used grounds. And I started to think, can I reuse these? Can I, like, on my rumble jar? So, you know, I usually fill this all the way, you know, up to the second line. I'm like, all right, can I scoop out some, put some in, and have it just as strong? So I tried that, experimenting, and it kept coming out just as strong as the original. And then one day I'm like, can I just reuse the grounds, not add anything to this? And I found out that you can. So this is almost what I just drink every day, about a little over 2 cups of, I'm shaking it, my hand's not shaking. I'm like, you know, this is what I drink every day, just about this much coffee. So, so what I've been doing is at the end, you know, every morning I wake up, if I'm using my rumble jar, you know, I open it up. I love these lids. I just shout these are amazing. So I definitely, just shout those to the world. I'll leave a link down below if you want to pick some up yourself. So I have a measuring cup, 2 cups. Pour this in here, and it takes it down almost all the way to the bottom. And what I do is I fill this back up with water. I leave it sit for another 24 hours, and I have coffee that is just as strong. And like I said, with my fiance Jessica, we've tried some taste tests. I couldn't tell which ones were the original and which ones were the second batch. I've even done it a third time, and you can tell it's a little bit weaker. It is just a slight, but that just proves that there is so much more coffee to be given out on these grounds. Like I said, by the third one, like I said, a little bit weak, but still pretty good. Caffeine levels down. You know, the caffeine between the first and second batch, I couldn't tell. The third, it is a little watered down. What you could do if you were wanting to stretch your dollars, and I have 3 of these size rumble jars, and I have 2 of the larger rumble jars. So you could actually, if you had a pitcher, you know, and if by the time you had your third one, you could actually pour your third into the pitcher and mix it with some first batch of, you know, of this, and then it would be full strength. So if you're throwing out your coffee grounds, stop doing that. I've even done it with my Asabu, and the Asabu, I love this as well. I drain it all out. This one's a little bit more difficult because of the way it is. So, you know, usually your grounds are all the way up here. When you're first making this, you put a little bit of coffee grounds in there, a little bit of water, a little bit of coffee, a little bit of water, and you kind of go back and forth for a few minutes. So when this is drained, the coffee grounds are up there, and it takes a minute or 2 to keep pouring the coffee in there. But this works just as well. I've done this one. I've only done this several times. I've only done it twice. Mainly because I said I did buy an extra one, so what I'll do is I'll drain, put a cap on here, fill it back up, drain it, and then I'll have 2. And then I don't have a third one, but I've always got coffee going everywhere. Everywhere I've always got coffee going. Trying to remember which ones are which. Sometimes I put tape on there, but now I'm just rambling. So stop throwing out those coffee grounds after your first time. Definitely I wouldn't even hesitate. Use them a second time. You're not going to notice the difference. Use them a third time and maybe mix it with a little bit of the first or second batch if you have a pitcher or something. But free coffee, and I can't believe I wasted so much time before just dumping out grounds. And then one other thing, mix your coffee. Like I said, there are times where I'm trying so many new things. I'll have end up having a bunch of bags that are open, and it's not enough to make a full batch. Start mixing them. I tell you, I said I have come up with some amazing flavors and combinations, unfortunately, that I can never recreate because I'll have 6 bags open and I'll use 3 or 4, and I'll drink. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing, and it's like, ah, crap, I forgot what I used. So, and I'm not one to write things down and do scientific stuff like that, even though I should. Maybe I should start really doing that. That way, you know, I can come up with some cool blends. But yes, blend your coffees. You'll find that you'll make some creative and cool. Sometimes not so cool. Sometimes you get some stuff you're like, ooh, that was a miss. But that's rare. But take from this, reuse your grounds. There's plenty of flavor, plenty of caffeine. There's plenty left in those grounds for at least one more time around. So, all right, cats and kittens, that's all I got for today. If you're doing this, if you've got something else that you're doing, leave me a comment down below, something maybe that I'm missing. So other than that, as always, keep brewing.